let's go ahead and get this out of the way. To everyone who's watching, there is going to be sensitive content within the storyline or the world. This is a superhero or super villain game. Not saying that the characters are going to be doing anything super controversial. However, this stream does have a Nazi faction that is based on super soldiers from back in the day, as like old comics from like DC and Marvel used to have. And of course, there's going to be various crimes committed. And not saying that our players are going to be committing any heinous acts again, but there's a chance they will come into conflict with people who are more evil than themselves, and they have to decide whether or not they're going to be a more villainous gray area or, how deep they're going to go in that rabbit hole. But it shouldn't be anything too bad or controversial. Just, if you're afraid of Nazis for whatever reason.
Pretty sure I talked about, literal human trafficking.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
They are criminals.
There was some plans for some human trafficking.
I'm not gonna spoil why, because,
Trigger warning, human trafficking. No explanation needed.
Yes.
that is probably
since we're going over the heinous thing we are planning is human trafficking.
I think they're trying to start their own army or something, but I don't know.
Not permanently either, so...
Alright, so I'm going to get in, and I'm going to explain the setting a little bit, and then they're going to introduce their characters. So, as you can see on the screen, I'm just going to read this off. World War II happened, and there's only ever been 3 known heroes to ever exist. You have the Japanese mutant samurai warrior, who has no known name, refused surrender to America, and he was basically seen as a demon. His name has basically been voided out of all ledgers, thus why no one even knows any aliases. Most people just refer to his legend as the Demon Samurai. Germany, of course, created a superhero called the Swastika, who was fighting on the front lines in Russia when he went missing. You have the third hero, and this one is Superior. He was raised in him. He's basically your superhero archetype if it was Superman, and he actually fought in World War II and killed people. He guided the nuclear bombs in Japan, and after their explosion, he was never seen again. And those are the only known superpowered individuals in society. However, in the 1950s, a mysterious landmass appeared in neutral waters. In the 80s, after the collapse of the Berlin Wall, a city was built by the United Nations to be a specific neutral and special area for future generations. By the year 2000, it was a bustling metropolis covering a large portions of the now new island and civilization. This is the city known as Union City, where the campaign will be taking place. And let me pull up the map. I know I made a map around here. There you go. That is the map of Union City and the island it sits on. There is mountains, there is a lake, and there is ocean. Otherwise, it would not be an island. So,
Everything's an island if you get technical enough.
Yes, everything's an island. So, let's get into the...
What if you destroy all the water in the universe?
All the water?
Then there's no such thing as islands anymore.
Let me find out where the... where I put it at.
And the big black thing is Union City, right?
Yeah, the big black grayish area.
Makes sense.
Alright. So, this game does not take place in present day. The incident that leads to everyone gaining their powers happens on December 25th of 2024. After decades of study, a special device was made to attempt to harness the island's new radiation-type energy known as Genesis energy. It was well broadcasted, and everyone was excited for the release of pure energy, powering the island, clean energy. Well, everything worked without a hitch. The city was powered by this clean energy for several hours. However, 6 p.m. that day, a terrorist attack hit the city, destabilized the lab, causing an explosion which irradiated the entirety of the Union Island with this strange new Genesis energy. This game takes place 1 week later, on the 1st of January. Various people have begun to change and or develop supernatural abilities. The players in this game are 4 individuals, even though there's only 2 right now, 4 individuals who have been affected by this Genesis radiation exposure. So, go ahead and we'll start with, since he was here first, Count of Crime. Introduce your character.
Zello, Joseph Ekman, lawyer and current CEO of Parasite Industries. I am what some would call a vampire. Now, because that voice is very grating to use outside of character. My guy is your generic Kingpin-style mafia boss who suddenly gained literal vampiric abilities. And that's pretty much all I can say without any kind of spoilers.
Alrighty. Next, we will get into Mutagen.
So, Mutagen is a prodigy. Growing up, he was pretty much a genius, went straight into medical school young, and specialized in both surgery and oncology, and he was finished with medical school when he was nearly 19. He devoted his life to learning more about it, doing medicine, and slowly found less ethical connections to get funding, to make progress, to run experiments. And now that he's been changed by this Genesis energy, he's getting more direct about what he's doing and the things he's learning and creating. But he is at his heart a healer, even if he's not the most ethical of healers.
Alright. So, there you have it. We have Dr. Gregory House. And we have Joseph Berkman, also known as the Count of Crime. Now, I have to remember not to deviate from the screen because I have a bad habit still trying to share links around. But, yeah, I was over there sharing the link in another Discord to make sure it gets enough exposure. So.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna do a solid snake bit if you were quiet long enough.
You know what? Do it.
Cross! Give me a moment. Cross!
What is it, Colonel? This is solid cross.
I don't play enough Metal Gear to know how to quote a bit. God damn it.
Alrighty. So, I believe that we had already established that your characters are going to know each other some way.
I believe the connection that Mutagen and the Count had was that in my seedy past of finding funding and helping out the underworld to get favors, he had been one of my previous connections. And now that we're suddenly superpowered, quote unquote, I am trying to find some more connections.
Alright. And do you agree with that, Count?
Yeah, I was a sugar daddy.
Alrighty. Sugar Daddy 1 and Sugar Daddy and Sugar Baby, yeah. So.
That should be his character's new nickname, Sugar Daddy.
It has been...
He's not a pimp yet.
It has been 1 week since that explosion, which has given you strange abilities that you have woken up with. And I'm going to say that, it's been a few days past that week. You've kind of learned a little bit about how your powers work, just like the basics. And I would say that you two maybe would want to meet up, correct?
Yes.
I mean, he is a doctor. I am now a freak mutant. I'm assuming I'd want someone to check me up who I know I can kill and no one would miss. So yeah.
All right. So, let's say
that last
this.
part.
Let's say this. You've reached out to your friend Mutagen, or Dr. Gregory House as you know him, saying that there's been an
It's
issue.
Dr. Gregory House at this point.
It's been an issue, and you need him to examine you. However, he is currently not in a place to have a base of operations yet. So you decide to meet up in a back alleyway. The safest place to conduct medical examinations.
Correct.
Can I use my one of my abilities to meet up in an actual hospital? Because I can get favors.
Actual hospitals
I get 2
are for
favors
babies.
per session. Oh man. I guess I have to meet him before I take him to the hospital. So if it's important for the plot, I could be trying to get him to an actual place.
Okay, there's our story points. There's 2 players. Each player receives 1 story point, and the GM receives 1 story point. And y'all read how story points work, correct?
I did.
Do you want to spend a story point to meet up in a hospital?
I'll spend that story point.
Alright, so I'm going to show you as an example. When you want to spend a story point, yours are known as light side dice and mine is dark. So you'll do the exclamation D and type L.
Well, I mean, do we want to use a story point? Because I can get actual facilities up as long... I can use company resources. I can only do it once per session, or should I save that?
Let's do a story point for the fun
Just
of
use
it.
the story point. Yeah,
Alright.
No, we should do it for the sake of the tutorial.
There you go. 1 story point. You've decided to meet up at Hagensworth Memorial Hospital, located in South Central Union City. It's not a super good hospital, but Dr. Gregory House is known there, and he could get a room.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm
a
an
small.
excellent surgeon.
It's a small medical room for just examinations. You have privacy, you have the door, and it's located in the very back of the hospital that's under renovations currently. So there won't be a lot of people in and out around you.
Okay. So, I'm assuming me and Gregory House are alone.
You are alone now.
So first things first is all Gregory can see. Every bone in my body snap and then start to reform into a much larger version of myself. And it has no nose and very much resembles Nosferatu from everyone's favorite German expressionist film, Nosferatu.
Upon seeing this, I'm going to give him a glancing look and say, I diagnose you with being fucked up.
Very.
What do you mean you fucked up?
No, I'm diagnosing you with being fucked up. Because that is not right.
So no, it is not right. This happened literally when I was watching movie with niece. Thankfully, I could control it enough. You need to tell me what is wrong.
Well, I can definitely do that. And so Gregory House here is going to lay out his bag of medical implements And I'm going
All
to
right.
conduct a series of tests, checks, and normal medical things you see for basic functioning.
All right. So,
Start
if you
off anyway.
want to examine him, he's a pre-existing patient of yours. That's obvious. You know him well. So, I'm going to say the check is going to be an average difficulty. That's 2 purple dice. But you're going to get a bonus die because he is a reoccurring patient. So that's going to be 2 purple and 1 blue die.
Okay. And this is a medicine check?
Yes, this is a medicine check.
Beautiful. That's what I'm good at.
Oh, a whopping 4 success and 1 advantage. So, as you know, unlike D&D, it's not a you win, you lose kind of thing. I mean, it is and it isn't at the same time. You succeed the roll, however, you now have advantage, which can be spent on basically a plethora. Okay, I can't English today.
A plethora.
Yes. I don't know how that word eluded me. But you can use that in a variety of ways. That can be used to augment your rolls, or it can be used as a narrative implementation to say, maybe you notice something out of the ordinary, or something like that. So would you want to spend that advantage to maybe notice something, kind of maybe something that would pertain to the examination?
Yes, I would love to spend that advantage to get a little more detail out of this.
Alrighty. So, as you examine him, describe your body actually.
Him or me?
Count.
Yeah.
Describe your body and how it looks to him as he does the examination.
So pretty much how it works is his body has been stretched out, and it is wrong because biology shouldn't work like this. Like, logically speaking, he shouldn't be able to move. It's all aesthetic. It's like if someone took a toy and then turned it into flesh.
Would you say the flesh is reminiscent of bat flesh?
Yeah.
Like a
So he's Batman. Got it.
So that advantage, you can tell that something has affected him recently. Like maybe he ate some bat soup. And he's come down with a case of the batitis,
Batitis.
formerly known as COVID.
Well, while I'm doing that, I would also like to attempt to use one of my powers on him. The one I was asking you about before,
Alright.
which should be a 2p check, I believe. And Count's gonna be able to feel that I'm doing something.
So I know you're trying to do something with me, and you haven't told me beforehand.
All I've told you is that this is an examination.
Roll and then tell me what you're doing, and I'm gonna tell you what's gonna go down.
Oh, 3 advantage.
So what this you want me to tell him what the ability I was using on him was?
You can spend the 3 advantage and keep it as vague as you want. But he is going to feel a sensation of some sort, so you do have to give him that.
What you're gonna feel is kind of like I would compare it to the feeling of like being in an X-ray or an MRI. That's kind of the feeling you get, but you can feel that it's coming from me, like from my hand touching you.
deliberately, I would like to put my hand on his head with the understanding that I am a 7-foot-tall murder monster. And I would like to slowly but surely keep on gripping him harder until he starts explaining what's going on.
Alright, so if you want to do that... Alright. So, hold on, let me... If you want to do that to him, it's going to be your brawl check. And it's going to be opposed by his resilience.
My resilience. Where is...
So if his resilience is like 4 green, it's going to be 4 purple. But
mine is 3 green.
So it'll be 3 purple.
Okay. I have finesse, so I can use my agility for this. And also, since I'm in vampire form, I get a +1 agility, and I have a 1 rank in melee, so that's 1 yellow and 3 green.
Alright.
Brawl is different than melee, though, isn't it?
I get 1 advantage.
Yes, brawl is different from melee. So
melee is with weapons, whereas brawl is unarmed, I believe.
Yeah, but there is weapons that augment unarmed, but they'll specify that. Yeah. So basically, brawl will be if you put brass knuckles on.
Melee.
Yeah. And melee would be if you pick up a stick, a sword, or a knife.
Well, it's brawl or melee light. That's my bad.
Yeah. Let's see here. You failed the roll because you didn't generate any successes. So, while you try to intimidate him, you could maybe use that advantage to notice a single important point in the ongoing encounter.
Yeah, I'd like to notice what he's doing.
So you can't notice that, but you can notice something like in the environment, because you already can feel he's doing something, but you can't discern what it is.
Can I notice if this is something he's using a strange device for, or if this is something he's doing with his body?
Okay, yeah, you could notice that. Mutagen, are you wearing anything on your hand that's holding him?
No, my hand is bare.
There's your answer.
Okay, so this is clearly an ability of some sort. After, I guess, trying to crush his head and choosing not to, because it seems like a lot of effort, I let him finish.
So, after I go through my whole medical examination, I'm going to tell you that medically you've taken on some bat-like features that your body is sort of defying conventional human anatomy, but that while checking deeper, I found that you have some power to transform very elder-like, as if there was some progenitor of your power. From my best guess.
Interesting. So, you also in some form of supernatural ability, Dr. Gregory?
I'm going to give you a sly smile and respond. Yes. And it's quite useful.
Press the wrong button, hold on. So, you hear the door creak open, and you look as you see a wide-eyed construction worker and a nurse standing in the doorway. and they are just staring directly at this giant bat-like elder form he's in, this monstrous 7-foot beast of a behemoth. And they're just in awe, like they're frozen. You know, the 3 Fs, fight, flight, or freeze, they are froze.
I would transform into normal, and I'd like to put my hands on their shoulders as I say this.
Alright.
Let us make a deal. No one will ever believe you if you tell anyone. I will give you each $100 to pretend this never happened.
Roll me a... Let's see here. So that's, negotiations.
Yeah, that's what I was going to think.
And I'm going to say it's going to be a hard check, and a hard check is 3 purple. However, because there's 2 of them, it's going to be upgraded by 1. So this is going to be 1 red and 2 purple. Oh, 2 purple. It'll be fine. So whenever whenever something upgrades something, it changes a purple to a red. So like, if you,
I'd still fail anyway, but I think I'd fail by 1 less.
Here, because you're new, just re-roll it with 1 red and 2 purple to see the outcome. I mean, just remember that doing so is just as dangerous because you can roll a critical fail too. Or not a critical fail, but a critical, like a despair. Oh, you actually rolled even better. So, now, anyone who's watching, I'm letting him do this because he is brand new to Genesis, correct?
Yeah, I've never played any kind of point-by system ever.
So, just so everyone's watching, the only other person that I currently know of in this campaign that's played Genesis is Antique. But he has not introduced his character yet. So, alright, so you have a success and a triumph. So, a triumph allows you to do something spectacular. What's that?
Can I make a request for what my triumph is?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I would like to also slip in my business card. I think you know what kind of man I am. If you need any favors, if you're willing to do favors for me, I think we can talk. And I'd like to add them into my list of contacts for my triumph.
Okay, yes. So, the construction worker, he's a burly looking man. He looks at you, and he comes to his senses after you talk about money and contacts. And he takes the money and the contact card and says, thank you. He reads the card. Thank you, Mr. Berkman. I really appreciate this. My construction company's on hard times. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see anything. And like, he starts backing out. He puts his hands up, tucks the money and card in his shirt pocket. It's been an honor meeting you. I will be in contact with you. I promise. I have no idea. You know, I smoked a little bit of weed before coming into work. Life's super stressful, you know. And he walks away, and the nurse looks over at him, and she like snaps into reality, and she goes, yes, sir. I'm Diane. If you ever need medical assistance, just maybe I can slip you some under the table. Just please leave me alone. And she backs out slowly. I promise, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, that was the goal of this whole interaction.
The construction worker comes back around. Sorry, Dr. Berkman. I was just so flustered. My name's Johnny Hancock of Hancock Construction.
Oh my god.
Here's my business card.
Sweet, that's actually you. So you actually own construction company.
Yes, Hancock's Construction. We're up and coming. We're just really struggling right now. I mean, any assistance.
I think there is going to be a lot of building in the future, and you are first pick of the contacts.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Berkman. My wife's going to be so happy. And he backs out again, and he like pulls the nurse with him. Come on, let's let him alone.
I close the door.
All right, the door is now shut, and you two are once again alone.
So
We
I
have to
wouldn't
get out
have
of
the
here, man. We
patience.
have to go to like more secure location.
You got any suggestions?
I literally have a warehouse. It's normally we go there to remove obstacles to money making, if you catch my drift. But we can use it to do a meeting.
Sure. I don't have any attachment to this place.
So you wish to leave the Memorial Hospital.
100%.
Yeah. Looks like the count is spooked.
Alrighty. Count, just remind me, was your weakness anything to do with UV?
No.
Okay.
Let me actually do a list. It was more obscure stuff.
Gotcha. I just wanted to make sure because I can't pull up the private chats and do
No,
stuff.
I am
you know?
completely. The sun is not my enemy.
Not yet.
I can go. Yeah. So yeah, I like try and like get him, I guess, into my car and have one of my guys drive us down to the warehouse.
All right. So as you're making your way out of the hospital, you actually leave out the back because it's where you came in through. And your guy is waiting there. He's waiting there with his blacked out limousine. Yes, Mr. Buckman. I have the vehicles primed and ready. We are ready to go to the warehouse. Actually, if I may, sir.
Yeah, go on.
There's been a problem, and I hate to inconvenience you, sir, but
Is it the fucking Russians?
no. It's worse. It's the Yakuza. We found a group of their members sneaking around the warehouse, attempting to, let's just say, repurpose some of our warehouse equipment, and we've got them tied up at the warehouse. We figured we'd let you handle them, sir.
Okay. Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to kill someone without my permission again. Okay. That is the best news today. Let us get in car. Hey, how comfortable are you with gangland executions, Gregory?
Oh, sorry,
Get
your
in
mic
front-
went out.
Yeah, you cut out there for a moment.
Gregory, how comfortable are you with gangland executions? Scale 1 to 10.
I would probably say maybe a 3. I usually let the grunts handle any kind of execution work.
Okay, you can stay in the car. Gregory, I guess you can have bodies. I don't know about medical practice.
Yes,
As far as I know, I can't fix the dead yet.
I don't know. You can dissect them. I'm going to. Just drive. We can have meeting after.
yes, sir. He opens up the limousine door and beckons you both inside. Now,
Yeah, I get in the car.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow along.
so inside this limousine, you see beautiful bar, basically. It's very ordained, marble, and there's strobe lights up in the front. They're not on, but you can notice them. There's neon wrap around it, giving off a faint blue glow. Very mysterious and ominous. And for some reason, there's a smoke machine just outputting smoke now.
I'm going to take in this sight of the inside of this limousine. Then I'm going to turn over to the count here and be like, how much are you paying me for retainer again?
I'm not paying you for retainer. You always wanted to do it job by job, so you could try. and get me more money, except you always got paid less because of it. I can put you on retainer.
Yeah, I think you can afford it.
I mean, I got this on discount from Horrorcore Rapper.
The door closes, and you can feel a shift in the vehicle's weight, and it cranks back up, and it begins to drive. The windows are so blacked out, you can just barely see outside of them. So I'm going to say it's going to take you...
Fun fact, I'm
going to say it's going to take you 20 minutes from the warehouse... from the hospital to get to the warehouse. There's also a TV in the limousine if you would like to turn it on. If, you're interested in that.
Dr. Gregory, would you like any cheap red wine? It's the only thing I keep stocked in here.
How cheap are we talking?
Like, $50. Like, it's not, like, actually cheap, but it's not nothing fancy.
Keep my wits about me for now.
Okay, yeah, I like to pour myself a glass. I don't know. I drink like I drink like a couple. I sip directly from the bottle.
All right. So, as you drink your red wine, what else do you do? Like I said, there is a TV.
I think he wants us to turn on the TV.
I think he's gonna have to spend a story point to make. No, I'm joking.
TV magically comes on and you hear a spooky voice. Don't tempt me. Turns out the Invisible Man joined the campaign. So
no, I'll accept this super swanky limousine in exchange for turning on the TV.
All right. So as you turn on the TV, I'm going to say the first channel that comes on is a news channel, and it's titled FUX for fucks instead of Fox.
Ah.
Breaking news on Fucksgiving. We have Lolicon has been destroyed by, and this is not a, they read their notes and say, sorry, this is a specification. This is LollipopCon, not for the pedophiles. Has been raided by an obese monster. The eyewitnesses say this thing is about 8 foot tall, has a large round belly, and is just gluttonously eating all the candy at the con. This is the first ever Lollipop Con, and we don't know how to take this information. Oh, breaking news. An explosion just happened in... where? Oh no. Hagraven Memorial Hospital has just exploded.
Oh.
And as you hear this, of course, confusion sets in. You just left. And you see on the screen...
count and ask him what he did.
I'm not a terrorist. I've not done terrorism since I was teenager. Come on, not amateur. Jesus.
So, but while you're driving, you haven't felt an explosion.
So it can't be a very big explosion, otherwise,
You could make a U-turn and revisit the hospital. Or you can continue on your way.
I have a question.
Yes.
How much do you care about this hospital?
I don't give a shit about it.
I'm more curious about the giant fat monster.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with both of you. Neither of those seem like my problem. I have people to kill. I have like actual money making to do. Like maybe if the candy man
Did you just?
was doing something that to my
That's what we'll
business,
call
but
him.
I was just about to say, did you just give him an alias? He is now known as the Candy Man.
fuck.
I have an
okay,
idea.
Okay. Actually, I own news station. Fuck. No, I don't own news station. I sold that shit. Fuck. I could have made money from this.
I have a way we could make some money.
Okay, wait, how? I'm not
We
very
go-
liquid currently. It's all assets.
How about we go visit that candy man and I can give you a taste.
Of what?
Our money making scheme?
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to need to give. I'm not going to invest time and capital into something until you give me a bit more detail.
All right. While you're discussing, the back window between the drivers and the back scrolls down, and the driver says, "All right, sir, we're here at the warehouse." And he's like, pulls in and he parks, and he comes around and opens up the door. And then you see on the news, because you never turned it off, breaking news again. Turns out the Hagraven Memorial Hospital was a hoax by a hacker group. They're calling themselves satirical, and I just don't find it very funny. In other news, a large monster is still rampaging at the Lollipop Convention. We have police on scene, but oh god. And you see on the TV a cameraman closes in, and you see this giant obese monster pick up a police officer, and its mouth stretches open, it just shoves it down his gullet and starts crunching on him.
Fuck them cops.
Eh.
Yeah. So like, yeah, this seems like a net positive to me. Like this is very convenient.
So, the I'm gonna call him the bouncer for right now. The bouncer says, "Oh, what the hell's happening over there? You know, I don't know if you've heard this, boss, but there's been a couple people with a strange ability." And would you say that he knows about your power?
I have literally drained someone alive in front of the entire gang before. Yes.
Okay. Yes, because like people with strange abilities have been popping up, but that one's just utterly disgusting. I guess you got the long stick of the game, Mr. Berkeley. At least you don't turn into that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. No transformations. How close are we to the?
Oh, you're
That house?
here. You're here. He's opening the door, talking to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we're getting out,
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
So,
Excuse me here. Okay. I need to take care of this real quick. You can follow or you can not.
I have an idea. What if instead of killing them, you turn them into an asset?
Again, you keep telling me things and you don't explain enough in order to convince
Because I haven't gotten to,
me to give you time or money. Is this,
Right,
do you
yeah.
want to do? Do you want it to be a surprise? I'm willing to let you do what you want to do.
Yeah, let's find one of these guys you're gonna kill. It'll
So
be
yeah,
a
I
fun
go into the
surprise for both of us.
warehouse. I'm assuming that I can see the tied up Yukaza goons.
yes, you can see the tied up Yakuza goons. There's 4 of them. They're tied back to back in a circular position, and you can tell they've been beat on.
Pick one. Let's see what we can do.
Which one looks like obviously the newest? Like he doesn't have as many scars.
There is one of them, he looks exceptionally young. Like maybe he's like not even 20 young.
Does he? Okay. Does he look like he's? Does he look like he's the son of someone high up, or does he look new to the organization?
So being you're a crime boss, you can make let's see here, a daunting difficulty, and that's 4 purple, and it's going to have 1 setback for because you're already unsure because of how he's been beat, and you're going to get another setback because of the lighting.
Okay. I have an ability called Bot Info.
Okay. Would you
When
like?
making a knowledge
Oh, go ahead.
skill check, your character may use this talent to... Wait, how much currency do I have? I don't think I actually have any currency. I don't think I can use this.
All tied up in assets.
Fuck. Okay, yeah, I don't actually think I have any... I think it's just my base intellect. So how many dice am I rolling against?
4 purple and 2 setbacks. So that's going to be
What?
black dice. They're going to be K. So 2K
2K.
and 4P. Yep.
2K. Or... What?
4K
2K.
and 2K. So you fail this, and you have 2 threat. So as you're trying to discern if he is someone of value, you come to the conclusion that he doesn't ring any bells that you know of. And for those 2 threat, you will take 2 strain.
Oh, okay. Fuck me. Okay.
Oh, we don't have that kind of relationship yet, man.
But you cannot tell him
Okay.
from any
Yeah,
other.
Since I don't think of him as important, I tell you, Vilsazin, so your thing.
He starts violently speaking Japanese at you.
Yes, domo arigato. Hold still. I'm going to put one hand on this Yakuza. I'm going to hold out the other hand to the Count and ask him to grab my hand.
Do you take his hand?
Oh yeah. I take his hand.
Now, I'm going to attempt to use my power. The first one is a 2P check. So it'll be 1Y, 3G, 2P. That's my first check. Oh, well, that didn't work.
Yeah, so you fail the check with
What?
1 advantage. You
So
could
I have
notice
a
something in the
question.
environment.
I'm going to,
Well-
instead, ask the Count to, relax a little and try and let his energy flow into me as I do this. And I want to try again.
Alright, so you could use that advantage to get a boost die.
Ooh, yeah, let's do
So
that.
I have a question.
What's the question?
So, my character has powers involved in absorbing energy, so I'm assuming it's like life energy transfer. Can I try and like help him out? Like open up the part of me that accepts energy but not
I'll say that would give
take
him...
and just let him throw stuff in there, metaphorically.
I'll say I'll allow that, and it'll give him an additional boost die. So it'll be 2 boost die on your next check.
Let's try it again then.
You succeed.
So what the Count's gonna feel as I do this is he's gonna feel like, and it's not gonna drain him, but he's gonna feel like some of his energy entering into me. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is try and use my next ability on the Yakuza here that we have, which will be. Oh,
You
that
forgot
wrong.
the R.
Yeah. That is a threat, but I did pass. So, for all you watching at home, what I just did was I took energy from the Count, and I copied a primary ability from one of his powers, and I just transferred it into this Yakuza temporarily.
So do I feel one of my powers missing?
It's not missing. You still have it. I copied it, basically.
He's kind of like Kirby without the eating cube.
Yeah.
So you gave this Yakuza which power? Just his base power?
Yeah, it's the primary ability from his elder form.
Alrighty. So you feel this sensation. It doesn't hurt you or drain you or anything, but you feel like something's been pulled out of you and put back in. And you can kind of feel the energy flow through Mutagen or Dr. Gregory House. And then it exits his body into the young Yakuza member, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty. The Yakuza member violently shakes. He's contortioning. I can't even remember words today. He's contorting, yes. He's contorting in as much as he can in that chair. He's going, and you see his bones begin to stretch and break, and his body's morphing. And he breaks out of his restraints as he stands up, and he resembles a form to the one you was in prior, Count. However, he is now free and in an elder state.
Oh.
So, roll for initiative.
Oh, he's gonna try to attack?
Yes.
Initiative is.
So, you're going to roll... I'm going to say you two are going to roll your vigilance, and he's going to roll his cool.
Vigilance. Where is my pickle? Oh, there's my pickle. There's my pickle.
Alright, let me pull up his. I hate when it logs me out of my account. Alrighty. So, his will be his cool. So that's... Alrighty. Did the count roll?
He did. He rolled one.
Oh
success.
shoot, I did it in Union City chat like an idiot.
Oh.
One success, one advantage. I got 3 success, 2 advantage.
Okay. So first up is Mutagen. Second is Yakuza Grunt. And then third is Count of Crime. But wait, before we dive into this, unlike in D&D, where your initiative slot is your initiative slot, look, this is from my experience with D&D. It could be different in 5e. You do not occupy your initiative slot. It becomes a player slot. So even though Mutagen rolled the highest, if you agree to it, Count of Crime could go first.
Interesting.
So you could literally build combos around you and your party.
Well, I can just off the dude.
I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna let the Count go first, and I'm just gonna flavor it as, as soon as this guy kind of goes berserk, I'm just gonna be like, hey, Count, fuck him up.
You couldn't have let him stay normal for this? I'd like to take off my glove as I grab him and I start to, I guess, drain his life energy.
Alrighty. So, I believe that was a,
check. I have the rolls saved. What I need to roll. I'm assuming there's nothing special because this is just a dude.
You're
Well, he is in your elder form.
Well, my elder form doesn't grant any like constitution bonuses.
yeah, it doesn't. It's just he has your most basic power, basically just the transformed state. But yeah, make your roll.
Okay, so it's a power
What's that?
offense check, so that's just standard will currently. It's a 4 purple check. 1 threat, but no failure, so I guess no success either.
What does the power do again? Sorry, I did so many powers. Which one are you using?
I am vitality or absorption. I can make a power check to heal equal wounds equal to will and deal damage equal to the. So I heal 3. He loses 3.
No, I meant like what power tree is it under?
Oh, vitality manipulation.
Vitality manipulation. Wait, you have a tree for vitality manipulation?
Well, yeah.
So I know you have MOI and Elder form. No, I found it. I found
Picture
it.
you sent
I
me,
found
yeah.
it. I found it. Sorry, my files are out of order. Yes, vitality absorption. Sorry.
His court is out of order.
Yes.
I'm the only lawyer here.
You do not succeed, and I'm going to say you said you grabbed onto him, correct? Because it is engaged. Yeah. You're actually, as you grab onto him, you actually take 1 strain damage as he looks over at you. And then he is going to roll a punch, basically. His brawl. Oh, wait, that's right. He, vampire form bonuses. And
It's +1 brawn, but he only gets the basic stuff. He doesn't get my like advanced stuff
he only gets the primary.
yeah, he's basically just stronger.
He just gets the first node.
So, now, this is a prime example. The difficulty for punching somebody in engaged range is only 2 purple. And this is where, if you would like to spend a story point, you can downgrade his roll or upgrade the difficulty to challenge him, or you could increase the difficulty to 3 purple.
Hey man, just eat the punch.
I mean, I have plenty of wounds left. It's strain that's the issue. So yeah, I can eat the punch.
Alrighty.
You have no idea how much wounds you have left.
So, he is going to do
I lied.
3,
So yeah,
6 damage. And he is going to, after he punches you, so he comes back as you grab him, and he just wallops you in the face, dealing you a total of 6 damage. What is your soak?
my soak is 2.
So that means only 4 damage goes through, so you take 4 wounds as he punches you in the face. He then is going to spend a maneuver, and he's going to turn around and just grab the ropes, and he's going to take another maneuver, and he's going to rip them off. And so another goon is going to enter the fray. So
What does that threat do?
what do?
He rolled a threat with his success.
I'm going to get to that in just 1 second. So, he frees the guy. And the guy is going to go dead last. So, that threat, you, as the players, can discern. Does he take 1 strain? Or does he... You can give him 1 strain. He can lose the benefit of a prior maneuver. And that's about it, really.
So
I
if he
mean,
lost the benefit of a prior maneuver,
Okay,
would
so
that be him doing the rope thing?
no, so there's maneuvers like aim. So if he aimed, he
Oh,
would get a boost die,
okay.
and then you could take away his aim. So he freed a guy, and that guy's going to go dead last. Now it is going to be Mutagen's turn. Mutagen, you've witnessed him wallop the Count and then quickly turn around, and he's trying to free his associate, and he does.
So after he wallops the count, I'm just gonna shuffle my way behind the count, put a hand on his shoulder, and activate my wonderful basic power. It is 1Y, 3G, 3P. Well, that's unfortunate.
You fell. But you do have 3 advantage. Here's some things you could do with 3 advantage in combat, or you could do the social stuff. But I'm going to read off the combat. For 3 advantage, of course, you can spend them each as individuals and pass boost die to the next allied character's check. So you could pass 3 boost die to his next check. You could spend 1 advantage to also notice a single important point in the conflict. You could inflict a critical rating if your attack hit or, and it has critical rating matched up to the advantage. You could activate an item quality. For 2 advantage, you can perform an immediate maneuver. You could add setback to the targeted character's next check, or targeted pass a boost die, which you shouldn't do because there's only 2 of you right now. But for 3, you could negate the targeted enemy's defenses, ignore environmental penalties. If you damage, you could disable opponent's gear or armor. You can gain +1 to melee or ranged defense, or force the target that you've targeted to drop a melee or ranged weapon.
I'm gonna pass him 3 boost die.
Alright. Count on your next check. Narratively, how do you want to say that? Why is he getting these 3 boost die? Are you like maybe giving him some good vibes through your hands on his back?
I was channeling my energy into him, and while it didn't do what I intended because his anatomy is a bit unfamiliar, it did empower him a little.
That is a valid one. So, Count, you will receive on your next roll 3 boost die. So now it is the other Yakuza member. He is going to spend a maneuver, and he's going to begin untying another ally.
Oh jeez, this is funny.
And he's going to spend that. He's going to spend his action finishing the untying, and that's going to put it back at the top of the round. Now, Count went first last time, so Mutagen, you will now go first.
So we rotate, we flip flop.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly if it was a house rule, but it kind of keeps things from getting stale where the same person goes first 24/7.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that way, so it's a lot easier to do whenever you have the full group, because you can just kind of like only rotate once and, then pick and choose.
Nice.
So, Mutagen, we're going to say, if that is a house rule, that you are going first now. Top of the round.
What's the difficulty of melee weapon check if you're engaged?
2 purple. Also, since you're going first, you'll get those 3 boost die.
Oh,
Fuck 'em up.
Give it
Fuck
2
'em
count.
up.
I just...
It goes to the next allied character.
Oh. Interesting.
You end up taking a bit of the life energy you gave me.
Turns out he wasn't blowing, he was sucking. That sounded backwards.
Fuck him up. You tried to break my nose.
How about I fuck him up with my stun gun? 'Cause I have a taser.
Taser. Taser.
So that will be 3G, 3B, 2P.
Hey, you succeed.
What was the... You said there was an advantage thing where I can ignore their defenses?
Yes. So that will cost you. Well, they don't have any defense on them.
Oh, okay, cool. What else
They're
can I
kind
do
of
with those for
naked.
advantage?
So you could of course pass boost die, or you could learn something about them. You can learn either their strength flaw, or you can spend 3. So that for strength or flaw, you spend 2 advantage. For 3, you can learn the desire or fear of the targeted character. Or you could even learn the true goal of your target, if your target has one.
Interesting. I'm
Or-
gonna pass boost die to count a crime.
4?
Yeah.
Alright. So what is
And
the
then-
narrative reasoning for that? What have you done to inspire him in such a manner?
Well, I just whipped out this stun gun, zipped on over, got this guy who just punched him in the face really good, and it is just awe-inspiring, the finesse at which I worked that stun gun. And he's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna f this guy up while he's down. That's what I'm thinking anyway.
Alright, so that makes perfect sense. So you're very inspired seeing your doctor friend just electrocute the shit out of it. Also, how much does the stun gun damage do?
So, it deals, if I'm reading this correctly, it's 6 damage that's affected by soak, and then 4 damage that ignores soak.
Okay.
And it's all strain damage.
All strain damage.
So,
So
if he has no defense at all, it would be 10 strain, I believe.
so he has soak, but soak doesn't classify as defense.
Okay.
So he would have 3 soak minus the initial damage, so that's 3 damage. And then 4 additional damage.
Yep, 4 damage that ignores soak.
So 7 damage that ignores soak, and it does strain damage because it's stunned.
Yep.
Alright, hold on just 1 second. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Y'all could have talked. Now, because of the AC out, my son's sleeping in the living room, and he just woke up in a little fit. But anyway, I think that's sorted out. So, where were we?
Whose turn is it currently? I think Omega just went, so
It should
I
be a
think it's-
Yakuza.
Yes. It is Yakuza, and he frees that guy. So let's roll his cool. So it's now going to go player, enemy, enemy, player, enemy. So
there's 2 enemies going. So Yakuza Prince did it.
So it is now the one that just got freed is going to spend his maneuvers running to the other end of the warehouse. So he's going to go from short. He's going to go into. I'm going to say he's technically in engaged range, maybe, of mutagen. But he's going to enter into short and then medium range as he's running, trying to escape in the back exit.
Got it.
He's not going to do an action. He's running away from the situation. Then the next player that's going to go is going to be the vampire. He is going to, once again, he's going to actually, because mutagen attacked him, he's going to attack mutagen.
Well, fucking go, bitch.
So, let's see here. 1 green, 2 purple. Do you have a defense rating, by the way? I totally forgot. Do you have defense?
I don't know. No, I don't have any defense ratings. 0,
Okay.
0.
Oh, crap. Sorry. Ignore that roll, even though it's such a good roll. Hold on. I forgot to ask. My bad as GM. 3 yellow, 1 green, 2 purple. Do you want to spend a story point to do anything to the roll?
I think you should, because it's...
Nah, let him fuck me up.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Next time you gotta use it because, you know, healers and all that. But, yeah, I think you can eat 1.
So, he does to you. So, that's 3 damage and then plus 4, so that's 7 damage. He punches you in the gut, and I'm going to spend that triumph to deal a critical hit. So, what's your soak?
2.
So, that is going to be a solid 5 wounds dealt to you. And do you have anything like durable?
No.
So you are disoriented, and let me explain what disoriented is to you. So in Genesis, you can take on these elements, status effects like staggered, disoriented, or ensnared. And if memory serves correctly, disoriented is you're hit by an attack for a number of rounds equal to your disorient rating, you will get setback. So you're disoriented by 1. So you will receive 1 setback on every skill check you do.
Interesting.
And he's going to use his maneuver to disengage. And then he's going to move into short range away from you all. As if he's running away now.
So I have a gun, right?
I don't know, do you?
Do you?
Yeah, I do have a gun. So I'm assuming it's my turn if that's all he does.
Yes, it is your turn.
Are they both running for the same door?
Yes.
I'd like to try and move to where if I shoot one, the bullet will go through him and go to the other guy if possible.
So, I'll say that cost you a maneuver. And this is kind of going to be more on the luck side. You can make your range check. So, how far does your gun reach? Like, what kind of gun is it?
It is a heavy pistol.
So, it probably only reaches into short range.
Give me a moment. I have all the stats. It's medium range.
Mm. So yeah, you can hit. So you know how the range bands work, correct? I think I posted
Yeah,
in here.
you know, like, where is it?
I don't think I. Let's see here.
I can bring it up in my copy. The GC's.
All right, here it is.
Oh, never mind. You already have it.
So that'll be your difficulty. You can shoot into medium range, and it'll be 2 purple, or you can shoot into short range, and it'll be 1 purple. But I cannot guarantee you, unless your roll is significant enough in advantage, that it will hit another target.
Okay. I will. I'll roll. And so I'm shooting in medium range. I'm going for the guy running. So that'd be how many purple?
2.
Okay. And I have 4 boost die, right? So that's 4 blue.
Yes.
Yes.
And so 2 purple.
And don't forget, you could use a maneuver to aim and get another boost die.
Well, I'm using the maneuver to be able to actually like try and hit both.
Oh no, that would it still would just
It's
require
like that.
like
Okay, so I can move. So I can use the maneuver to aim instead.
yeah, like you're in position where if you're lucky enough and the bullet does go through and doesn't hit like bone and stuff, it could possibly hit the one in medium range. But the vampire is in short range of you. The regular Yakuza guy is in medium range. So if you shoot the guy in medium range, you're not going to go through both of them.
Okay, what's the guy? What would be the roll if I shoot the guy at short range? So
It's
that
just
I can
1
put it
purple.
in? Oh,
That's a roll.
6 success, 6 advantage.
So what's this?
Six
What's the
reasons
damage of the
to
gun?
At base it's 6.
Okay, so 6 damage. So you're doing a total of 11 damage to him off that shot. And so, what's your crit rating on that gun?
3.
3. I'll say that for 4 of your advantage, you can also the bullet will hit the other guy that's in medium range as a ricochet, but will only do half damage. Rounded up, so it'll do 6 damage.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So
And
that
I'll turn the other 2 into boost die for
already. So describe it. Now
my
remember,
character.
when I say describe it, it's not like in D&D where you're about to kill the enemy. I'm just asking you to describe what it looks like when it ricochets and you shooting.
So I shoot the gun, shoot him in the head, and as he's falling back, the bullet goes off of his head onto the other guy. It bounced off of his skull into the other dude.
All right. So it's more like you hit him in the side of the head maybe, and it changed direction and hit him.
Yeah, and hit the other guy.
Okay.
Whether that's intentional or not, it probably wasn't, but it looked cool.
I'll say that due to his vampiric morphology currently, it hits him in a hard hitting area, but it's not like you hit him in the brain. And it like flies through his cheek basically, hitting into his jaw before ricocheting off his reinforced bone and hitting the other guy for 6 damage. The vampire guy is holding his neck and just squalling in pain, like a vampiric screech. And now it is another enemy. So the human guy seeing this, you just whip out a gun and shooting somebody. He's in short range of you. He is going to pick up a chair as a maneuver, I'm going to say. No, that's an action. And he's going to spend a maneuver to break off the chair leg. And that's going to be his turn.
Shit, he has a weapon. Kill him. Only we're allowed to have weapons. He's cheating.
So, top of the round, and that should mean count of crime. And you get 2 boost dice from yourself.
Yeah. Do I get... hey, Gregory, are you cool if I use the 2 boost die?
You have to.
Oh.
You just get them.
Yeah, I cock my gun again and I shoot another fucker.
Alright.
Yeah,
Fire again.
So the guy who's running, right?
Yeah, the regular guy who's been hit, he's holding his side where he's been hit.
Oh, go
Is
for
he the one with the chair?
No. The one in the chair would be engaged range to you. And that will be harder to hit, actually.
I'll go for the guy who's running away, because if he escapes, I'm kind of fucked.
Yeah, shoot the vampire.
Okay, and so that's only 2 purple?
Yep, for the regular human in medium range. Oh, you hit him. You forgot your 2 boost die.
Shoot. Can I just roll 2 blue?
Yes. So that is 3 successes.
1 advantage.
And you said the damage is 6, so that deals a whopping 8 damage. So you shoot the guy that's running, and you have an advantage. So describe shooting him. Anywhere on the body.
Go for his head, and I realize that's a bit too much, and I go instead for his heart. I aim for the spinal cord area, you know. Center of mass.
Alright.
Nothing fancy.
So as you pull the triggers, like everything goes in slow motion. The hammer on your gun slams into the bullet, and a burst of smoke and flame erupts through the barrel. You see the bullet spiraling at its top velocity as it's beaming straight towards that guy. It whips by the vampiric being who's screaming out in pain still. Slams into the back, center mass almost, complete center. And you just see his chest and heart blow out the front in a spew of gore as he falls over dead.
Come up.
And time resumes normal.
And do I have a maneuver?
Oh yeah, you have 2 maneuvers. You only get 1 for free. The other one costs 2 strain. However, you could spend an action to gain a second maneuver without cost of strain.
Would it be a maneuver or an action to yell for my guys to get in here?
I'd say you could just do that as an incidental.
Yeah, I'd like to shout at the top of my lungs, "It's time to light these fuckers up."
So, you hear rustling and people running, and they will be there at the top of next round. So, let's see here. Enemy turn. One enemy's dead, so the vampire guy is going to... Let's see here. What's he going to do?
That was probably...
He's going to move into long range, which is outside of your pistol's effective range. Not saying that he knows that, but just for reference. Usually if a being is outside of the pistol's range, I believe the rules as written is you can't target them. I'm going to say you can, but it's going to be upgraded difficulty.
That's fair.
So, he's in long range. He turns around, and let's see here. Let's look at his current power that he's got. He has the legendary Elder form active.
Plus
And
one
he
brawn.
only +1 brawn. he is going to pick up a nearby crate and hold it above his head. But, let's see if he can actually pick it up. I'm going to say that's a brawl check just to try. It's a heavy crate. Yes, he does pick up the crate, and he gets a triumph. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Imagine picking up a crate so well.
He picked it up so well, he managed to throw it.
Shit.
He's going to upgrade the difficulty of Mutagen's next check. So your next check, Mutagen, will have an auto upgrade in difficulty. So 1 purple will become 1 red.
His.
And then, now it's Mutagen's turn.
So I'm assuming Mr. Vampire is too far for me to reach.
Yes.
I'm going to... Okay. I think I'll slither behind. What's his name? The Count.
Yo.
And I'm going to attempt to use my basic power on him once again. It'll be 1 blind G, 1 red 2P. This is the upgrade. Is that correct?
That is correct. And don't forget, you can use story points.
Yay!
So lucky. Alright, you use your power successfully this time. Elaborate on what you have just done.
Question. So when it says each additional success, that means beyond the basic 1 success, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I have just channeled energy into the Count in such a way that it actually begins repairing his body, fixing the damage he took when he got punched in the face earlier, and it heals him for a total of 4 wounds.
Alright. Heal 4 wounds, Count.
Thank you, my son.
And
You do have maneuvers still.
what can I do with those? I don't know them by heart yet.
Maneuvers are... So, here's the best way to describe them. Maneuvers are things that do not require skill checks. Like moving in combat, you would spend a maneuver and you move 1 range band. Another thing would be, during combat, you could spend maneuvers to get certain qualities. And those qualities are like aiming. You'll get a bonus die or a bonus to your next check, which is like a boost die. You can use a maneuver to assist your ally on his next check, which will give them a boost die.
Ooh, I want to do that one.
Okay.
I'm going to assist the Count by encouraging him to fuck them up real good. I believe in him. I believe in you, buddy. Now fuck them up.
Becomes a cheerleader.
It's that support, That moral support that will keep our horrific trafficking operations going.
Alrighty, so is that your turn? Then the Yakuza member holding a chair leg will go. He is going to use the chair leg He's going to spend a maneuver to aim, take 2 strain, and he's going to move into an engaged range with you. Engaged range of Count. Count, do you have defense, by the way? I keep forgetting to ask.
His defense is 1.
Okay. Sorry, I've been jipping you this entire game. Supposed to put that on ours. Let's see here.
I've only been hit once, so, like, you know, it's not a big deal.
It's okay.
Do you want to spend a story point?
We do have 3 of them.
You know what? Yeah. I want to see what creative things you can do with them story points to cross. So, you know what?
So, do you want
Fuck him
to
up for me, Cross. Fuck
upgrade
yourself
the difficulty, downgrade his chances to hit you, increase the difficulty, or decrease the chances of him hitting you?
Increase the chance of him not hitting me.
Increase. Alrighty. So,
Because that gives him more opportunities to roll failures and despairs.
God, he failed. He failed horribly. He is going to use that 3 threat, however. Actually,
That's
Y'all-
all
Be
right.
using the threat.
yeah, I was just about to say, y'all can use the threat.
So he's hitting me with the chair leg, right?
Yeah, he's trying to hit you.
Threaten him.
Can I spend one of the threat to have it break on me, removing his weapon?
Let's see here. You can make him fall prone, or you could, like I said, you could say that when it hits you, it just snaps, like it's a wheat chair. I'll allow that.
Yeah, let's do that. I like that one.
Yeah, it makes him so he has to punch people. I'm assuming that would do less damage.
Well, it is wooden. He would technically then have 2 sticks.
Yeah, but they're smaller sticks.
Oh,
These
wait. Oh,
They're smaller.
never mind. It
sticks,
doesn't
though.
touch me at all.
So they're
Well, you know what a smaller sharp stick does to vampires.
Okay, listen.
I mean, technically, I'm wearing a full-on suit. As long as it doesn't touch my skin, I'm fine. Wait, no. There's no
No,
reason I'm afraid of wood.
As long as it doesn't pierce your heart. In Vampire lore, it has to
Wait,
pierce your
wait,
heart.
hold on. Isn't one of your weaknesses wood?
Yeah.
Oh shit. You done fucked
Would
up
that
now,
increase his
Ron.
odds, or does it matter because he missed me?
I'm gonna rule because it's my fault. Because your weaknesses aren't totally fresh on my mind. It's my fault. I'm gonna say that the chair is actually not completely wood. It's like a composite
Polymer.
recycled
It's a polymer.
polymer. Yeah,
There you go.
That's why it breaks so easy.
yeah. We'll say that. But I'm gonna remember
we could-
next time.
We could say it's that whole cartoon thing where he whacks him with it, but it like bends the polymer thing, so now he has like this L-shaped bar, and the count is just completely unaffected. So now all he really has is a boomerang.
So yeah. Does he do anything else?
Nope, that's it. I mean, so do you want it to break?
Yeah, I'd like it to break.
So he whacks you with it, but it just shatters on impact into tiny pieces. So, top of the round. Your allies have came in and they see the giant vampire. And let's roll their position. You know, your guys are pretty experienced, so I'm going to give them 3 yellow for their initiative. Yeah, they're going first. And they have a triumph. You know, for that triumph, I'm going to say their first check against the target is upgraded automatically. So, they're going to do ranged, of course. They're a minion group, so... But I'm going to say they're a good minion group. And They're normally 3 yellow, 1 green, but because of the upgrade, they will have 4 yellow. And they will be firing their machine guns into long range.
A new rule, the minion group stays with me all times.
That's when people start throwing grenades.
None of this wait outside bullshit. My bodyguards are with me, especially until...
So they succeed. You watch these guys come in with machine guns, and they line up like a firing squad and just unload into this vampire. And they deal 9 damage, which kills it because it's over its wounds. You just see the vampire just, like, you know, in the movies. Let's see here.
Yeah, where like just keeps getting shot, but it doesn't fall down because each bullet is just
Yeah. So you see that, but it's a giant vampire. He's just taking shots as he's slowly falling backwards. And finally they stop and his body just crumples to the floor dead, morphing back into his original state. Actually, so that ends the combat encounter. The guy who broke the stick, he just like backs up with his hands up, and he starts speaking perfect English. Please do not shoot or kill me, you freaks. Please.
shit. He's Russian.
Hey! That is... Wait, he's fucking Russian?
Look. We were hired to look Japanese, so we had some work done. We're just trying to do as our boss says.
Oh shit. Them Russians got Japanese plastic surgery.
They're transracial. It's the new trend.
That is... Well, I mean, honestly, wait. Who
We're in
the
the future.
who
I
the
believe it.
fuck goes through an entire plastic surgery regimen for a single fucking...
Have you never met Russians? They're
Yeah.
fucking crazy, bro.
Look, in the motherland, we're out of vodka. We have to do what we have to do.
Russia is out of vodka. Oh, fuck. The entire world economy is screwed.
Look, listen. My friend, listen. 2 of these guys were Japanese. I'm just the mole. I actually am going to request that you kill the last guy that is still tied up in the chair. And I will tell you whatever you want to know. Over a shot of vodka.
Put out my hand.
I'm gonna look at the Japanese guy and say, "You got a counter offer there, Mr. Arigato?"
The dragon shall take what he wants, and he shall take your lives, you scum!
I'm gonna taser him for calling me scum.
Please do not taser me again. I'll tell you whatever you want to know.
I'm gonna taser him again just for fun.
He passes out.
Can I offer my hand to this Russian gentleman?
Yes, you can. Let's see if he'll take it. Roll me a negotiations check. It's going to be
Oh shit.
2
Captain's gonna keep your
purple,
hand.
but it's going to be upgraded by 1, so 1 red and 1 purple.
Count, I'm gonna have to reattach your hand because he's gonna take your hand. He's Russian, remember?
He transforms into Zangief.
I got 2 successes.
We're going to work on this, but I'm taking away one of those purple die. You have 2 successes and 1 advantage.
Well, yeah, no.
When you upgrade, you don't add a dice, you change. You transform
Well,
dice.
no, it was 3 purple dice, right?
No, 2 purple.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he takes my hand, right?
Yes, he reaches out and takes your hand shakily. Do we have a deal?
I'm gonna start absorbing his soul.
Okay.
And can I turn that 1 advantage you gave me into a boost die?
Yes.
R.
It's going to be fun if you fell. Just trying to suck a soul through a hand.
I'm just gonna taser him.
You just shake hands with him.
I'm gonna continue doing this until...
And he gets a boost die again.
He looks over at you. So do we have a deal? We get shot of vodka. I tell you who hired me. I tell you who their boss is, and we go about our day. You fell again. So you're just shaking his hand a whole lot. And he's like, this is kind of getting a little weird. I mean, maybe I'm a little turned on. Maybe I'm not.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
No, please. I have information. I know who the
Shit.
dragon is.
I do not care. Shoot him!
All right, so your guys line up where you're not in the line of fire, and they just fire off into him. And I'm gonna say that's only gonna be one purple because they're in short range now. So they deal enough damage that he goes down in a crumple on the floor filled with bullet holes.
I'm gonna taser him.
You're gonna taser him?
Yeah. I'm gonna
All
taser
right.
the court.
Let's see what Fate has to say about that. Ooh, a despair. So,
Oh shit.
as you taser him, he comes back to life. And he's just gasping for air.
I'm a doctor.
And he looks
Live
at you. And he snaps his fingers, and smoke erupts around him, and he disappears.
Oh my god, he's a Russian ninja.
Damage activates his. But do you think it's genetic? Do you think these powers are genetic? Or. I was gonna say metagene, but I don't know where these powers come from.
I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna shrug. I'm gonna say, all I know is
Any that.
I can modify people.
So you can, like, take energy from one person and give it to another, right?
Essentially.
Hey, Phil, can I, like, call someone up who I think would be interested in this offer and who would believe me? Like, maybe some, like, superstitious rich person who'd believe in, like, ritual mumbo-jumbo?
Make me... You're pretty well connected. Make me an easy knowledge check.
I'm pulling up I actually have an ability for this, I think. Or I think I didn't take it, damn it.
While he's calling people, can I attempt to perform surgery on myself?
Yes.
I gotta fix my wounds. What's the difficulty of healing again?
Now remember, you do have a critical injury, and that is the disoriented one. Remember, you take setback on all skill checks.
Yeah.
What's,
I've taken less than half damage, and I know the medicine checks are based on that. So.
what's an easy, information knowledge check again? Is it how many purple?
One purple. You don't know anybody that would believe this.
I guess, I'm gonna offer, to, like, share this guy's life force between my followers, then.
The unconscious Yakuza member.
Yeah, just, like, drain him dry until he's an old man, and just, give my boys a couple extra years as a reward.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. Who wouldn't accept that? I will.
I wanna make a whole party out of this.
All right.
I'd like to invite everyone I know in my organization who'd be cool with this.
Setback is a black die.
Yes, setback is a black die.
Okay. So I have
And to get rid of that, by the way, to get rid of that critical injury, you have to make a medicine check that's 2 purple and succeed to get rid of it.
Oh, Jesus.
rolled nothing but double advantages. What the fuck?
Imagine passing all that into boost die.
What do you mean imagine? I'm doing that. And then I'm going to make yet another medicine check to try and fix the everything that's wrong
So-
with me.
I'd like to call upon one of my favors I get.
All right.
I'd like to have an entire banquet made. I'd want to make a whole party about this.
All right. So I'll say that the
And
people.
pretty much I want to...
Well, I'm gonna say that the people you know that would come at this moment, obviously the minion group you have here, they would obviously come, and you know that you have a people in lower government positions that may be interested, like maybe the DA.
Oh, there the bot goes. It delayed.
So yeah, pretty much the idea behind this is I use my favor to have some of the budget normally reserved for like workplace parties just siphoned off into a small little gathering in one of our offices, like that with meals and catered, where I have Dr. Gregory House just put all this life force energy into them.
All right, yeah, we could do that for sure. Have a big narrative party where you do some voodoo hoodoo, give everybody a little chance at some extra life at the expense of one Japanese man.
It's a cult.
And I mean, they're a long-lived people.
What'd you
So
say
yeah,
that's... the medicine check?
It would be 2 purple to remove the critical
Okay.
injury. Also,
So that-
welcome to the stream, Tally. I hope you've enjoyed so far. Everyone say
Yeah.
hey, we have a viewer.
Bonjour.
There's an act. My voice doesn't normally sound like this. This is a bit that I do for stream.
So it rolled twice because of the bugs. So I'm
Take-
gonna say the first roll.
Yeah, take the top one.
So that was my roll to heal me, which very obviously succeeds. It was 1 purple because I was under half.
You know what? I'll take all 10 of those advantage and say you heal your critical injury in that same roll.
I was just gonna turn it into 10 boost die anyway if you didn't.
Go ahead and break this cycle as GM, making an executive decision here.
Infinite boost die.
Imagine just sitting here, constantly making medicine checks on yourself, just to stack up boost until you get like 1,000,000 boost die.
Look,
I love the mental image of like mutagen like pulling a bullet out of himself while like I'm planning like a little get together. Like he has a scalpel and he's cutting into himself. I'm like, hey, Gregory, what wallpaper do you think would work better?
Focus.
So
Do you know how hard it is to perform surgery on yourself?
I'm going to say that everyone who can come to the party, they can only come on next Sunday, not our Sunday, but in-game Sunday.
Oh, pretty much my idea is I'm pretty much going to tell people what our new business is and how we're going to operate, and to do this as a little reward, I'm going to give everyone a taste. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Because it's clear what we're going to be doing for a living from now on, but like you can't just spring that on people. You got to have like a whole like meeting about it, and why not make the meeting fun?
Yeah, I know. I get you. So, would you say that you have left the phone call?
You left the phone call?
Yeah, like, you're done making calls.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, as you're done making calls, you see that Mutagen has patched himself up quite nicely to be someone performing self-surgery. And one of your men, not the driver from earlier, this one is a tall, lanky, white guy with, like, slick back hair. Very Italian, skinny-looking guy. He walks up to you, And how tall would you say Count is outside of his vampire form?
Out of his vampire form, he's only 5'11".
Yeah, that's what I thought. This guy looks down on you. So, uh, we have a issue at the, how do I say this? At the base of operations, I suppose. He looks over and nods at Mutagen. I don't quite know if he knows about your area of affairs, but there has been a break-in. Someone has stolen some key documents of your business dealings.
Is he white collar or black collar?
Yes, black.
Fuck. Fuck. Is it the tax? Is it my taxes or is it the guns?
So I cannot tell you. I don't actually know. We just know that the more important documents have been tampered with, and that there's obviously some missing.
Okay, well, Gregory, I feel this is kind of out of, I am going to offer you a permanent place in my organization, but unless you accept right now, you don't have to deal with this. Gregory?
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. Is the count still hurt from earlier? Do you still have wounds?
No, actually, you completely healed me during that fight.
Oh, perfect. I'm just going to nod and say, let's see where it goes.
Okay. So yeah, while we drive there, I guess I also go through the effort of officially putting Gregory on retainer. You know, like, call the people who, like, sign the paperwork and all that.
Very official of you, criminals. Running a
Yeah,
legit business.
Yeah, this is how actual criminals operate. They have legit businesses that they funnel, criminal money into.
Yeah, you put all your employees, pay them an actual salary. You have all these front businesses that aren't actually making money, but on paper they are. That way you launder your money and then put it into your people's pockets legally so they can, live lives.
Well, I've spent all my favors doing that.
Alrighty. So, we're going to do the legendary thing seen in film. As you're being guarded and walked out to your limousine, the camera pans into the door frame and hits a black spot, and when it comes back into focus, you're both standing in Count of Crime's office. Mr. How do you pronounce that name again? Mr. Berkman.
Berkman.
You see this beautiful plaque on his desk that says Mr. Berkman. You see that one of his filing cabinets that is labeled very comedically, "Don't open," has been ripped open, and various files are strewn about and missing.
What kind of files are contained in my don't open? Because I don't file my own files.
So, your assistant is very alphabetically oriented, I'm going to say. So, the ones that are missing are all documents starting with T, starting with G, and starting with Z. So, you know for sure your illicit tax evasion activities and, let's say, so tax evasion documents, like forged documents for taxes. Gun dealings is missing, and a file you have no idea what would be in the Z's because you didn't file it.
So, is the assistant
Okay,
here
so
in
nothing.
this room?
So pretty Z.
Is the assistant that files this in here with us?
No, I would have sent.
No.
I would have told. I would have told all my legitimate employees that aren't required to run day-to-day operations to take the day off.
Yeah, so she's not here.
I'm going to look at the folder that says "Don't open." I'm going to look back at the count. I'm gonna look back at the thing that says "Don't open." I'm gonna look back at the count, and then I'm gonna say, "You're smart enough to label the thing "Don't open" as the decoy, right?"
Yeah. So it's actually a legal thing. When I have everyone sign NDAs, if I don't have stuff labeled that they're not supposed to open as "Don't open," the NDAs aren't enforceable.
I look back at the cabinet, look back at you, look back at the cabinet, and say, "You're smart enough to make sure the thing that says "Don't open" is filled with bullshit, so that when they rob you, they don't get anything, right?"
That would negate the NDA.
That's why you put a secret safe that no one knows about, and you leave the "Don't open"
This
folder
is
out in
like
the open.
the baby shit. Like, obviously, I don't keep files on this super hardcore stuff that get me like 10 years in prison. This is just stuff that get me like really bad fines that make me go bankrupt.
So, as you're discussing,
Go
you hear...
bankrupt. You won't be able to pay my retainer, though.
That's your zoo problem. Like, yeah, this is obviously wasn't a legitimate raid. They would have had warrants. They can't use any, no cop
You hear again...
can use this information. I'm not
a
going
knock.
to jail with anything they have. So just to confirm, all my legitimate employees are supposed to be gone, right?
Yes.
I have my hand on my gun as I go to open the door.
Alright. Do you pull it open slowly or quickly?
Normally, but I have my gun out to where if
I had a terrible
and I have
idea.
it cocked, but I have it hidden behind the door so people won't be able to.
I had a terrible idea.
Yeah,
What's
When
that?
when they knock on the door, you should knock back on it and yell "FBI, open up." Just to
I point the
confuse
gun
them.
at you and I shoot you. No, I'm joking.
FBI, open up. Wait, but you're the one inside.
So
yeah.
you open the door regularly, and you see Daniel Weissman. He is one of your lieutenants in the illicit business side of things.
So he's like he works for me though, right?
Yes, he works for you. He's like he manages the let's just say the defensive strategies of your corporation.
Okay, I put the gun away. Yes, Mr. Weissman?
Yes, sir. We just pulled the security footage, and I understand there's been some strange happenings with you, but this is a little unorthodox. He's like, if you may, well, sorry, you will may, if I
unorthodox
may.
As in, like, not in your pay grade and you wish to up.
He pulls out a very large tablet and taps the screen and shows you the security footage. And what you see is a very shitty security footage, like probably like more blue than colored. And it's unusual because you pay for the finest security equipment, but this one's distorted. And you see yourself walk into your office, look around, stop, start searching like casually before noticing the filing cabinet, in which they then rip open the filing cabinet and start rummaging through files, taking certain files, looking around, and it is you. It is 100%, it looks just like you. And they turn and walk out of the office. However, everybody saw them come in, but nobody saw them leave.
I would like to take out an insurance policy on this office and tell them I meant no, I'm joking. So most likely they're still in here, right?
Maybe. Weissman looks at you and he says, "Sir, we've got reports that various powered individuals, as they're starting to call them on the internet, roaming the streets. We've got people playing hero. We've got people who are being petty criminals. I can't tell you, but maybe this is somebody who has it against you. Maybe someone that's been wronged by our proper business dealings."
That doesn't narrow it down at all.
It could be He's like, if I have to think of someone who would be a corporate spy, it would be someone willing to get tons of plastic surgery done and shape his body to appear to be an entirely different race or person.
Okay,
Ninja.
so I'm gonna do multiple. Pretty much, I'm gonna do multiple things. First things first, security. Pretty much, there are code words people have to remember to get in and out of the building.
All right. Yes, sir. What should the password be, sir? Should it be something simple or something complex?
Oh no, randomly number generated stuff. Every day.
He taps his computer and he says, today's password will be 18592578257.
Yeah, and so pretty much everyone, pretty much everyone will be emailed that password every day, and to get in and out, they have to say that password.
Forward and backwards.
Oh, forward and backwards.
As best as they can without any mistakes.
Do you
make mistakes, die?
Weissman looks over at you, Bergman, and says, should we make them say it forwards and backwards as Mr.
No.
Call me doctor.
Mr. Doctor?
You can just call him Doctor.
All right, Mr. Doctor.
But yeah, no, pretty much. So, I pretty much so I'm going to be very honest with you. The next part of this strategy meeting, I don't very much think you should be involved in, but this is clearly a meta-human matter, and I feel like any mundane people.
Sir, what is a meta-human?
You know how I turn into Batman and eat people?
Yes, a very strange and unorthodox precedent event that occurred recently. I'm aware.
Question: do the Batman comics exist in this timeline?
So you know Swastika, Superion, and the Samurai, right?
Yes. Hold on. Yes, Marvel and DC do exist in this universe's comics.
All right. Yeah, we should just start referring to yourself as Batman.
As my video gets copywritten by DC.
Hey, my character's from Germany. He's not really into like DC comic books.
Yes, exactly. So he wouldn't know that Batman is an American hero.
As far as your German guy knows, DC stands for direct communism.
Yeah, so exactly. You start calling yourself Batman, completely unaware of the.
No, that's dumb. Anywho, so yeah, I pretty much I'm like, well, we pretty much have to keep on operating as we've been operating. Can't really do anything about this. He might have infiltrated the organization, but he clearly doesn't have any, like, passwords or stuff if he's only going after the physical files. Yeah.
Yes, obviously he doesn't have access to our computer systems or anything, sir, but, I could be wrong. He could still be in the building, as you know, no one's seen him leave. And honestly,
well, yeah,
we don't even remember him walking in. We just remember seeing him walk into your office.
Yeah, so gonna have to wait, and like when people start to come in and get asked passwords, because if he's not in the computer system, he'll have no way of knowing what the password is.
So do you remember when we installed the optical sensors?
No, I said that was a waste of money. No, you didn't. Didn't.
Sir, it wasn't my call. It was actually Bobby Blake's, your other lieutenant. He insisted that we get them, even if you thought it was a waste of money.
Pretty much, they get axed. So, pretty much they only need my... The shapeshifter just has to have my eyes?
It could be that they did have your eyes, or it could be maybe a side effect of your powers. Maybe you've a doppelganger that split off from you and you just don't know of it. Hell, even I could be the doppelganger. Who knows if he can just transform into whoever?
Because that doesn't... Okay.
Hold up. I'm gonna walk up to that
I guess
guy.
relock everyone out of the system, and we'll have
Put a
to wait
hand on
2
his
days to do
shoulder.
this.
And I'm gonna tell him to cooperate. And I'm gonna use my power on him. After he said he might be the doppelganger.
He cooperates and he like looks you dead in the eyes and says, I am not a doppelganger, sir. I was just trying to ease the mood. Here's a list of names of people I think could be responsible for them getting into the building. Lori Dinkin, owner of Fox News. Danny Boxerton, owner of Boxerton Foundation. And Bia Jia, leader of the opposing Yakuza gang that infiltrated our warehouse recently.
So, this is out of universe me asking. What's the Boxerton Foundation? Obviously my character would...
Yes. The Boxerton Foundation
No.
is a non-profit front for illicit activities. They are known to traffic individuals in and out of different countries. They're big in the drug trade, but the front is well-known child foundation. Like, they supply money to big hospitals for cancer treatment for children. They help orphanages, help orphans find homes. And by find homes, they find homes within the gangs so that the orphans will grow up to be their grunts one day.
We're gonna have to kill all these people anyway, eventually. So, I think I'm gonna let Gregory... Who do you want to fuck up first?
Mutagen?
I'm thinking. Let's do the Boxerton one. We could use a human trafficking hostile takeover.
Yeah, I think we should kill the leadership and take over. Yeah,
Oh, also your lieutenant is clean. He's not a doppelganger.
thanks. Okay, try and stay within areas where there's cameras, so if you get, and, like, disappeared, you know. I don't think this is worth putting us on lockdown for, but I think we should purely for the
His
sake.
tablet interrupts you with a... He looks at it and he pulls up the menu and he says, "Sir, you're not going to believe this." He shows you the tablet again and you see Vince Weissman walking out the front gate.
Oh, is that current?
That's happening right now, sir. I'm leaving the building. And he looks you dead in the eyes and
I'd
says,
like to
that
take
feels
my gun
weird.
and I'd like to open the window.
All right. You're like, I'm going to say you're like 4 stories up, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim the gun at him.
Your pistol. All right. So I'm going to say that's going to be in extreme range. So, I'm going to say that is going to be 2 red and 2 purple. I'm going to allow you to make the check with your pistol.
You can fly, can't you, Batman?
Wait, can I maneuver to get closer to lessen it?
Come out the window.
Yeah, I was about to say you can jump out the window.
It's only 4 stories. It's only 4 stories.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Fall damage. I mean, fall damage is pretty severe.
Yeah, the goal, I guess, no, but maneuvers are non-roll stuff, right? The only way I can think of getting closer would be to parkour out, but that'd require a roll, so I guess I just gotta do this.
Okay, what if you jumped out and you shot him while you were falling?
Oh, that's dumb. Yeah, I take the shot. Worst. So how many red
So it's going to be 2 red and 2 purple for you to attempt the shot.
in total?
And welcome everybody to the stream. So total, it's going to be 2 red, 2 purple.
1 success.
Oh shit!
Holy crap. You fire, and everything goes slow motion again like a Skyrim kill cam as the bullet zooms down and it wavers as the wind is hitting it. And it just barely veers into the direction as the false Weissman is walking, and it hits him right in the side. And you can tell it does some damage to him. He quickly turns and looks up and then just starts dashing.
Yeah, I'd like to order the door security guys to also open fire.
In the middle of the street.
I don't give a fuck.
All right. So you order and you see a group of your minions have begun chasing this guy into an alleyway.
Actually, yeah, no. Don't fire
Till you see the whites of his
the
eyes.
guns until you get out of public, but start chasing him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess, I'd go run out to follow them.
All right. So are you going to bring Mutagen with you?
That's Mutagen's choice.
He doesn't get a choice. I get to come.
He's on the payroll.
Jack, I'm on the payroll.
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
but this isn't. Yeah, if he's willing to do non-job description stuff, he can come.
If you want to work for free, why not? So they
I
all
see it. He gets hurt.
Stop him, but also I'm not gonna force someone whose job. I will
Weissman
let you.
follows you as you all enter into the nearest elevator, and you hear do 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 do. I'd been married a long time ago. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Ding. And
I
you're
love
on the
this
first
song.
floor.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
change the
walk
elevator.
out. I follow my men to whatever alleyway they're currently in, beating the shit out of.
All right. So you make your way to the alleyway.
Poor.
Weissman
Uh-huh.
has his gun drawn. You hear sirens off in the distance. Cops have already been called. You make your way into the alleyway, and you see 4 of your guards are laying there with their throats slit.
Do I see a blood trail for the other guy?
All the blood that is in the alleyway is now starting to drain down an open sewer grate.
Weissman, the story is that you were kidnapped. And that the guards came to rescue you, and were killed for it.
He
And
looks
that
at you. Oh, go ahead.
And obviously, we, also being VIPs of the company, were escorted to a different location.
He looks at you.
Cops-
I'm
And,
going to,
Well, he throws his gun down in the alleyway, looks at you, punches himself in the face as hard as he can, slams his head on the brick wall. He dazes himself and he falls down in the alleyway as he like swoons in and out of consciousness, and he just looks at you and says, "Yes, sir," and he passes
I'm
out.
going to go up to one of these guys whose throat is slit. I'm gonna check for a pulse.
All right, so make me a easy perception check. That's 1 purple.
Perception is where is it?
While he's doing this, I'm going down the sewer drain
Ah.
and, like, just following the blood.
All right, so are you going to just jump down this sewer drain?
I'm transforming first, but
Okay.
yeah.
So narratively, I'm gonna say since you transform first, it's like a good 10-foot drop, so you're not gonna be impacted by it. And you are just in the sewer, and it smells horrible. It smells like dead animal. And inside the sewer, you just see that the blood that's draining is draining into the main stream of sewage water, and just cuts off.
I checked this guy for a pulse and I got a threat.
So, you checked him for a pulse and you got a threat.
And 3 success, but
So, you take strain, but you do find a pulse. 1 strain damage, but you do find a pulse. He is alive, but he won't be for long. It's a very faint pulse, and he is still bleeding out.
well, I have this wonderful thing called a surgical kit that I
The
can use on.
the sirens are louder, and you hear tires screeching into place.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and fix this guy up.
Yeah, it's his job. This is a perfectly normal thing for a doctor to do if he sees someone dying.
All right.
I'd like to.
What difficulty is it?
I'd like to close the sewer drain as I follow after this dude.
Do his current wounds exceed his wound threshold?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's a hard check.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's going to be hard.
3p, and then. Come on.
Oh. I'd like to call someone to magnet the security tapes.
All right. So first, Mr. Doctor, as you're trying to patch this guy up, you're fumbling. There's so much blood, and you think you got it, but then his pulse just fades out. He's dead. And you hear footsteps, and you hear over here. And a cop walks up to you. Sir, back away. They got guns pointed at you and everything. There's 3 police officers.
So I'm gonna look at these officers. I'm gonna look at the corpses. I'm gonna look at the officers. And, oh, minor note, the med kit that I have gives me advantage on medicine checks. So that was a 3 advantage, and I want to put all 3 of them into boost die.
This is what they see, you just holding up your bloody hands like, look at me.
And for reference, what I am wearing is a set of scrubs, though unbeknownst to anyone who's just casually looking, they are armored. It's armored clothing. So my scrubs are padded. It's great.
All right. Sir, back away from the body. Are you a doctor?
I'm going to look at them and I'm going to be like, yes, I'm a damn doctor. That's why I have a medical kit.
Did you see what happened here, sir? They look around. They're like, what happened? 4 people dead? Oh, look, we have a live one. They go over to Weissman and they're trying to wake him up.
And while they're doing that, I'm gonna respond that I didn't see anything, but maybe one of these bleeding out guys that I might be able to save did. So can I get back to work?
The rest of the cops, the other 3 cops, they go over to the other 3 bodies and they check the pulses and say, sorry, doctor. I swear to God, if you say doctor or mister.
There is no reason for you to lie to these people.
Oh, like he's saying that in a way like he's asking my
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Like, you doctor...
Dr. House.
Dr. House, these men are dead. We're glad to have you on scene upholding your oath and everything, but we need you to stop touching the crime scene now.
Alright. I'm gonna pack up my medical kit and back away.
Alright, one of the police officers walks away from the dead body, and he puts his hand on your back and leads you towards the exit of the alleyway. I'm going to need to ask you some questions, sir. And Count, what are you doing now since you're in the sewers? Dr. Scratch and Snip.
Currently, finding the shit. I'm going through where he went.
So, you can make me... Let's see here. It's not... I don't think it should be a survival check because you're in the sewers. It's not really a track you can trace. But I'm going to say that... make me a streetwise check. A hard streetwise.
So that would be what? How many purples? 3?
4? 3. So you, with your knowledge of the immediate vicinity and maps doing your criminal activities, know of nowhere they could have gone that fast that you could catch up to them, nor do you know which direction they went at all.
Yeah, I just keep on going till I see another sewer grate, and get out, and then call a guy to pick.
All right. So
Yeah.
you're going to continue down the sewer until you find a sewer grate. Let's see.
Until I find some kind of legitimate exit.
Let's see what fate has in store. Is it good or bad? Oh, it's good. So you come across pretty quickly a sewer grate that is left open. However, you're going to take a while to climb up it as there's no ladder. And it's a little, it's kind of like positioned at a weird angle.
Can I do a coordination check to try and, like, parkour it with my vampire body?
You can do an athletics check. And that, I'm going to say, that's going to be 2 purple.
I would like to take it normally. Take my sweet ass time.
Alright. So, let's see what you come out as. Now remember, you don't know if this is going to lead to a public space or not. So, you could be exposing your vampiric nature to the citizens, the denizens of Union City. Or maybe you get lucky and you're in an old warehouse.
I roll stealth to try and I guess yeah, no, I guess yeah, there's really no way I would have to stealth after I'd be seen, so I guess I'll just what do I roll?
If you're doing the athletics, it's just 2 purple.
Shoot. Okay, so I have to roll the athletics in order to get out.
Yes. I mean, you don't have to get out, but if you want to get out.
You can just live in the sewers forever. That's classic for Nosferatu. We just call it the Nosferatu special.
1 success, 1 threat.
So, you successfully jump up into the exiting of the sewer grate. However, you are under an underpass, and you see a single hobo staring at you.
Drink them.
There's only one dude?
Just one elderly hobo.
Can I roll a perception to see if there's anyone close by?
Yeah, you can make a easy, 1 purple.
Oh, I'm sorry, how many purple?
1 purple. Yeah, off in the distance, I'm going to spend that threat. Someone that is bird watching is staring at you through binoculars really far off.
Doesn't advantage cancel threat? Don't advantage and threat cancel out?
Oh, I was so confused at what you were saying. I was looking at, I was about to ask you why you rolled twice, but I see the reason now.
Yeah, I forgot to put in the purple.
Got you. Okay, I was a little confused.
That should have been a net 0 roll, nothing happened.
Yeah, just roll again. Just roll with the purple attached. Oh, 2.
1 success, 2.
You look around and you see nobody.
I look around and I didn't hear the rest.
You don't see anybody. There is nobody around you. Besides this hobo, of course.
I'd like to turn these 2 advantages into blue dice as I go to drain him.
Okay. What are you?
Tell him you're the hobo fairy.
What I say is going to depend on how
You should tell me the legendary hobo
roll I
fairy.
well.
You fail.
Yeah, and you know how this game works.
So, the hobo, because I'm guessing you've grabbed him, let the hobo do something real fast. Because to drain him, you have to touch him.
Huh?
You grab him, and he's going to punch you as hard as he can. Do you want to spend a story point to upgrade, downgrade, or increase, decrease?
No, I'm fully healed. There's no reason why I should be worried about taking a single punch.
Alright, well, I'm going to use a story point to decrease the difficulty of the check. Let me make sure I haven't accidentally spent all mine prior. No, I can't. I don't have any. Never mind. Sorry. I can't decrease the difficulty. Sorry, guys. So he's just going to attack you normally for 2 purple. What's your defense again? 1?
1.
Okay, 1 black. So he's going to deal to you 7 damage.
He has fucking 5?
Look, not all hobos are pitiful.
That's like an Olympic boxer, but fine.
So he deals to you 7 damage.
Former Olympic boxer who sold his gold medal for crack money.
And for the 3 advantage, he's going to, you know what? Let's see here. 3 advantage. Let's see here. He's going to perform an immediate maneuver after his attack. And after punching you, he's just going to jump down the sewer grate. And then he's going to spend 2 more, and he's just going to, like, fucking start running down the sewer.
Alright, okay. That's a win-win. I call my guys to pick me up.
Alright, so they said they will be
Transform
there.
into a normal human being after you leave.
So they tell you they're heading right over, sir.
Make sure that they bring an extra change of clothes, please.
Yes, sir.
You were about to say an extra snack.
So
No, I have to save the Yukaza guy for the party.
So, Mr. Doctor, the police are going to ask you a few questions. And depending on if I think you're being absolutely honest with them, I won't make you make rolls. But if I feel like there's any some form of deception, I will give you a roll to make. So let's
The police
see.
are going to ask you questions.
Well, yeah.
Can I spend a story point to do something?
Yes, you can. What is it real fast?
Daniel Vint, I'd like to call up one of the lawyers on payroll to be in the room while this questioning is going on.
Well, you don't know the questioning is happening.
Yeah, this is happening while you're doing your sewer things. These are concurrent events.
He isn't even called a lawyer, like an idiot. Okay. I'm assuming that he's on payroll, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm assuming that'd be standard procedure unless, like, he's gone out of his way to not.
Well, remember, he's not signed the paperwork yet.
I'm going to... So when this cop takes me off to questioning, I'm going to look at him. I'm going to say, listen, I'm just a doctor. You can look me up. Like all doctors, I'm accredited. I heard a commotion, and I tried to save some lives.
Sir, just answer these questions. We got to take these questions for our report. We get you're probably a very busy man as a doctor, but just let us do our job. First question. Did you hear a gunshot ring out?
Yes, that's the commotion I heard that brought me over here.
All right, so you did hear a gunshot. Did you witness what happened to these men? I'm just assuming you was pretty nearby if you heard the gunshot and also made it to the side of a dying man to attempt to save him in such speed.
I did not witness what happened. When I saw these men, they were all bleeding out.
Okay. Well, did you see anything that could point us in the correct direction of whatever killed these men. Like anything strange, out of the ordinary. We've been getting some pretty bad reports. There's this big glutton eating people in the lollipop convention.
The only thing that I saw was once that gunshot went off, I heard people running. I ran to see what was going on. And once I saw all these guys bleeding out, all I did was run up and try and heal them. I didn't see anything else. I don't know who, what, or how they ended up like that.
Huh. So, you're saying that you ran towards a gunshot. Sir, I appreciate this, and it seems like you're being pretty straightforward with me. I'm just going to need a few more things to wrap up my report. I'm going to need your identification card, and I'm going to need the accreditation of your doctorate.
Running my ID, show them the accreditation.
Are you asking him that, or are you asking me that?
Both?
Okay. If you ask him that, then he's going to reply the same as I'm going to reply. Sir, we're running you through a criminal database. We're not checking your education requirements or prerequisites. Those are actually sealed documents that have to be requested from the school that you attain the documentation from. We cannot actually just pull up your education. This isn't CIA Miami or whatever those Americans watch.
Well, I'm going to hand him my ID card.
He takes it and looks at it. Dr. Gregory House, is it?
Like I said to one of your colleagues when they asked who I was.
And he looks at it. He looks at you. He's like, I'll be right back. He walks over to the squad car. He takes a little while and he walks back. Looks like you have no priors outside of maybe some very simple things that were cleared up years ago. So, I'm glad you've become a more productive part of society. You know, alcoholism is a terrible disease. He hands you your license. By the way, your license expires in 2 months. You might want to get that checked out.
Will do, officer.
If we have any further questions, we will hunt you down at your current address, and we'll be in touch if we need to be.
Hunt
But
me? That sounds violent. Are you threatening me, officer?
He looks over at you. Well, I can if you'd like, but unlike America, we have certain protocols, and we're not Russians either, so we can't just take you in all willy-nilly. But I know a guy. He hands you a business card. Do you accept it?
I'm going to take the business card. I'm going to see what it says.
Alright, so the business card says Joseph Berkman. And he's like, that's a good guy to work for. My brother works construction. He said he recently met this guy. He's going to give him free access to some special construction contracts. We checked out his business, and as far as we can tell, it's like super legit. Maybe he could use a private doctor for your practice or something.
Sorry, I'm laughing my ass off right now.
He pats you on the back and he says, but as far as this concerns, we don't need you here anymore. It seems that the situation is stable. We've got ambulance en route to take the bodies.
I'm gonna be like, alright, I'm gonna whip out my phone. I'm gonna call good old Joseph Berkman.
Joseph Berkman, your business cell phone, like the company car is pulled up and they give you your clothes and your phone.
Am I in the car?
Yeah, you're in the car now. And your business phone works. It's the only phone whenever someone has your business number off of your card calls. It's an unknown number.
Yeah, I answer it. As I'm having one of my men make me a cup of hot chocolate, as I'm
Hot
drinking it.
chocolate.
As I answer the phone as I'm drinking. Hello, this is Joseph Berkman on the official business line. How may I help you?
Pop's handing out your business card, bro. What the hell's going on here?
Gregory? Oh, you know, you have my personal phone number. You can just call me on that. I'll answer quicker.
Well aware. But a cop just gave me your business card.
Yeah, but do that very prominent businessman, and a lot of people have my business card.
Why are the cops handing it out though?
Oh, shoot. Actually, I need to call someone to refurbish all of our warehouses. Oh, shoot, I have that number. Hey, can you just go back to the office while I go come back and take care of some business calls?
Sure, not a problem. I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah, I'd like to hang up. I'd like to call the construction company.
We met that guy today.
All right. So you're going to call up the
hello,
construction company.
Hi, I am recently there's been a very big security breach at one of my locations. I need people who are capable of, like, constructing and installing the various, devices, like, not devices, but, like, iron bars and stuff into the building.
Yes, sir. This is, that sounds simple enough. This is, Derek Hancock of Hancock Construction, where we're not only handy, but we're also cocky.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is very cute.
Is this is that Joseph Berkman, my brother Johnny met? I hear you're offering some great contracts, and I just want to tell you, it's going to be a pleasure, sir. We'll get everything you need. You said you need some bars installed. We'll get you the best titanium bars you can afford. You want to get some security systems put in? We got ones. We know a guy. I'm not going to tell you his name, but we know a guy.
Yeah, no, I feel that security with all of the recent happenings is going to be a big deal, and I think it's better to just knock it out now than, after I get robbed again,
Oh yeah. I'll talk to Johnny. We'll get some estimates up. I'm sure you want the finest equipment you can afford.
Yeah, going to have to probably sell some assets first. I give
Yeah,
him
you
my,
sell whatever assets you need to sell, man. We don't ask any questions at Hancock Construction. If you need to sell some ass, you sell some ass. We'll get there, and whatever you got, we will put it on.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I give him, like, the contact information of whoever I have in charge of stuff like that. Of, like, the budget guy.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Pretty much. I don't want to talk to these people ever again. So I give them his number, contact details. I also send that guy a text like, "Hey, these guys are gonna call you asking for details. Just standard procedure. We're just increasing security. Get what you can."
So you're gonna send them to Alva Chagall.
Alva Shakal, she's gonna deal with it. My goal is pretty much to get iron bars on all the warehouses so people can't escape.
All right.
Yeah. But obviously I can't just have them build a prison, so the excuse is this is just extra security, but we all know why I'm having iron bars installed everywhere.
Yep. Well, I'll be happy to talk to this Shago fella, and we'll get you sorted out, mister. We'll get you sorted out. I'm telling you, you won't regret this decision. We'll have you so locked up tight, you'll be like a virgin on Christmas.
Yeah.
Why Christmas?
That's the holiest holiday. Wait, who is this?
Anywho.
Oh, I'm not even there. That's not me. That was out of character.
my brain was already in character. I was like, wait a minute. When you get too into the character.
Sometimes when people call my number, it will automatically connect them to the third thing. I think we've called the phone company. Apparently, it's a pretty big problem with private lines.
Well, hello there,
I'm
feller.
just,
This is Johnny Hancock of Hancock Construction. Not only are we handy, but we're also cocky.
You say you have your cockiness in hand, Mr. Hancock?
We do indeed. We got enough cockiness in our hands that we can't even hold it all. We'll get to work right away, Mr. Burkham or Beckham, Mr. Burkham. Yeah, Mr. Burkham. We'll get it right away. We'll get everything sorted out. I'll have my brother call up your Chaggle feller, and we'll get it sorted out, sir. We'll get you the finest bars. We'll get you the finest security. Hell, we may even throw in a dog.
good for me. Guten Tag, as I hang up.
Yes, Guten Tag. That's the end of the call.
Yeah, I drink my hot chocolate.
But wait, it was
Yeah.
a three-way call on accident. Mr. Doctor, do you hang up?
No, I'm gonna stay on the call.
Yeah, Mr. Gregory, he said your name was. Do you know what color he wants the bars? I forgot to ask. We got hot pink, blistering blue,
Pink. He
raging
wants them
red,
hot pink. He
hot
wants them to be
pink.
hot pink.
He isn't one of them there. I know it's more acceptable these days. Heterosexuals.
Sir, I would not know.
I know
I
it's
am
not
not-
my place to ask, but
I-
something about
I am
those heteronormative folk. They just do bad business sometimes. We just want to make sure we're talking to a nice straight gay guy.
Sir, I am not his sexual manager. I am his doctor.
Well, if you find out, could you give him my personal phone number? He sounds like a really stand-up guy.
Are you hoping? You know what? Yeah, I'll let you know.
I appreciate it, Mr. Gregory. You Guten Tag. Have a good Guten Tag, whatever that means. I don't speak that Russian. And he hangs up.
So yeah, I
Hold
yeah,
on.
I get driven to my base and I go talk, Gregory.
What's up?
So that didn't turn out too well. We're getting new security systems installed, new protocols. Did you any of them dead?
Only all of them.
Fucking damn it.
I could have saved them, but the cops stopped me.
Okay. I'd like to obviously alert my head of security about the deaths and like to go through standard give the families the contract stuff, gift basket with wine, all that.
Whew. Okay, out of game. Antique just said he's not going to be able to make it this session
Which
at all.
is funny because we're 2 minutes away from the end.
So,
Honestly, I really like the idea that the organization only starts with 2 people, because it makes more sense instead of all just Avengers coming together, just Joseph Berkman hiring people as he meets them.
good old business dealings. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
It makes stuff so much easier when you can when you have, like, money you can throw at, I guess assets you can throw at problems.
Yeah, you gotta throw your asset problems.
So, are you all meeting back up at the office currently?
That is what he told me to do.
Okay.
I'm
So
just a support unit. I get what I'm told.
we're going to do the classic camera cut again. The camera, as they hang up the phone, zooms in, the phone screen, then it zooms back out, and we're back in the office of Joseph Berkman. There, his office has been cleaned up. His secretary is back in the building. She's tidied up. The office looks nice and presentable. His name plaque has been polished to a very tight sheen, very beautiful. And he's got a brand new desk chair for some reason, just a beautiful leather desk chair and there's a bow on it. And the bow has a simple message. Thank you for the information.
Fucking damn it, we just got the new security protocols.
And that is where we're going to end it tonight. We have been, how long have we been doing? We've been doing this a little over 3 hours total time. This is issue number 1, Fallen of Union City, Vilified. I hope you've all enjoyed the game. I will warn you, if you do want to catch this from the beginning, there's a good couple minutes. I'd say you probably want to start maybe around like... not totally sure, but we spent a good 30 to 40 minutes like just talking because I was having some technical issues. So once I'm done, I'm going to leave in the comment where the video actually starts for the live stream. And so some end of stream things since the game's over. This is both Count of Crimes, first Genesis session, along with Omega's, which is Mr. Doctor. What do y'all think of Genesis so far?
Simple, easy to get into, quick to run.
Yeah, I think it really has the advantage of point-buy system, and it's really being able to build any kind of character you want without the overly complexness that is any other point-buy system I've had the fortune and misfortune of playing.
Example is how I'm a doctor. That's all I do.
Alright, so that's good. Was there anything you think I could have done better in this game? This session 1?
Not off the top of my head.
Not really, because like
You did a good job at introducing the system and helping us through it, honestly.
yeah, I feel like that it's not like we could go super deep into narrative stuff when like half the party isn't here.
Yeah.
I actually think we got into a good bit. While I did have a totally different encounter planned, I feel like we did enough that eased everyone that's new to Genesis into combat and social encounters. So, we will pick up. It won't be...
went pretty well.
Yeah, it will not be next weekend. Like I told the players, next weekend is Saturday. We're going to try to do these on Saturdays at 7:30 CST. Next Saturday is my birthday, and then that Sunday is my son's birthday, so I won't be available to run or do anything that entire weekend. So if I don't have to work weekend after next, I will see about if we can get everyone together and play another session, play issue number 2.
That sounds like a good... I got Saturdays off, so it's no problem for me.
Awesome.
I work mornings. I can do nights all day long.
Awesome. So yeah, we're gonna see about getting it maybe hopefully weekend after next. I really appreciate everyone who has came out to watch the video and support us. Any likes, any new subscribers, anything that would benefit the video getting spread around, I'd appreciate it. I do plan on taking this video, this live stream video, saving it to my computer and editing it down from the start. That way you're mostly just getting the gameplay and not just the couple minutes of us kind of like BSing and, fixing some technical difficulties I was having with getting Discord to show up as a as a windowed screen. Anything y'all would like to add?
No, I was just gonna advise you to do that, like, off camera, kinda, so yeah.
Gotcha. Well, if there's nothing further, then this is Protector Cross signing off. I have enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing it again. Good night, good morning, good whatever day it is. I'll see you all next time. Good night.
Aw.
See you guys next Saturday. I gotta go make grilled cheese for the fam.